How's it going, everybody? It's Brandon here with Roadrunner Sports, and today we're doing a first look at the Mizuno Wave Rider 24. So this is I've done 3 runs in the shoe. I just finished my third run in the shoe. As you can see, I'm still a little bit sweaty, but we're going over the Mizuno Wave Rider 24. It's a brand new shoe that's out by Mizuno, and it's a lot of fun. So I'll tell you the types of runs I went on in this shoe, kind of go over some of the technology, and then just tell you what you can expect from this shoe, and obviously answer your questions if you have any. And of course, we're gonna have the actual review of this shoe, the full-on review, comprehensive, got enough miles in the shoe, will be out in a couple of weeks. But right now, it's the first look at the Mizuno Wave Rider 24. Just gonna go over the shoe a little bit and answer any questions you guys have. So first off, the Wave Rider 24, my history riding in the shoe is I ran in the 22 and I ran in the 23. And now I'm running in the 24, and every single version of the shoe has been very different. The one thing that does remain the same, and what really keeps it as being the Wave Rider 24, is here having the wave plate in the back and having 2 types of cushioning in the midsole. So we have a cushioning up top and a different cushion in the bottom, and of course we have the wave plate here, which is gonna help really bounce back. And that's where the main story of this shoe is kind of, it's all about the heel. It's a 12mm drop shoe, so definitely a heel striker's like favorite type of shoe with all this tech here in the back, as well as it being such a high drop shoe. And I had mixed experiences on different runs in this shoe, and I'll tell you about that. So, of course, the upper, I will say it's breathable. I took this on the Hollywood sign hike, and it was like 95 degrees. It was the middle of the day. It was hot, and this shoe did just fine. My foot didn't feel too hot. And my preceding runs didn't feel too hot at all either. The upper is fantastic. It's really plush. And like in the previous versions, the Mizuno Wave Rider continues to be nice and loose up top and really fits like the natural comfort of the foot without really being too tight. You don't have to lock it down a bunch. It's really a comfortable daily training shoe. But the technology aspect, I'm gonna have to take a look here, as they did the Mizuno Energy. So before, if you remember the older shoes, they had the Euphoric and then the Euphoric X cushioning here with the Wave Rider series. But they've now upgraded to the Mizuno Energy foam technology. So it's brand new technology, and I was really happy with it. I thought the Euphoric X was great, and I think the Mizuno Energy is kind of like the next step. And it seems like they do still have 2 different densities, where the one up top is a little bit more responsive, and then you have the super soft on the bottom layer. So what that does essentially is the bottom layer is really soft, so that lets the wave plate actually crunch down and kind of like bend so that it can bounce back. So the soft layers on the bottom, you have the wave plate, and then a little bit firmer and more responsive up top, so that way you're able to push off and have that responsiveness. So overall, completely fantastic. And then moving on to the outsole, you'll see that they shaved a bit of weight, and I will say this is quite a bit of a heavy shoe. It comes in at 9.6 ounces at a size 9. I'm a size 12, so this is probably coming in closer to at 11 ounces, but it is a heavy shoe. So just keep that in mind. But they do shave some weight here by taking out a lot in the middle. Let's see if you can see it. They've taken out a lot here in the middle. Is it soft? Yes, Dave. This is very soft midsole technology. But they've decreased a lot of the weight by just removing material here from the middle. And I remember from the 24 or from the 23 and the 22, there wasn't as much, or there wasn't more material there. But here it goes all the way into the wave plate. As always, you can kind of see in there. That's the plastic wave plate that lets you respond back. And it feels really good. And here's the confession I'll make about this shoe. So I tried taking this shoe fast, and it didn't work for me. So there, I said it. I took this shoe fast, and it didn't work for me. I was having a little bit of pain in my arch, and I think it's because I was striking more in my forefoot, and without really compressing the wave plate technology, you're really just not getting the most out of the shoe as you can if you're running up on your forefoot, because you're not striking here on your heel. You're not taking advantage of the wave plate technology or the really soft midsole foam. So really, you're just running on the responsiveness of the toe, which is great, but like I said, it doesn't really work for me going really fast. And I felt guilty about it. I was like, oh my gosh, like, what am I gonna do? This is the first time a shoe hasn't worked for me. And then I realized that as runners, if your feet hurt when you're running, if something's going wrong, there's typically something we can do about it to really just improve and have a better riding experience. So I was thinking about the shoe, I was thinking about the tech. Okay, 12mm drop, all the technologies in the heel, and I'm trying to run fast on my forefoot. I'm not using the shoe to its best potential. So I decided to take it out for another run and see if I could just slow my pace down a little bit and really use this what it's meant for. And what that's for is to be a daily trainer and to get your longer miles in So I went out, I slowed down the paces, I was striking more in the heel, and I was really compressing the WavePlate technology and taking advantage of the two foams in the back. And it was a completely different story. I didn't have any pains in my arch like I did in the first run where I tried going really fast in the shoe. And I will say that's a testament to just kind of picking the right shoe for the workout for you. I tried squeezing the run in and getting it in before like a meeting, so I tried going fast, and I chose the wrong shoe for that type of run. I should have chosen a different shoe for that run. But this type of shoe is specific for, you know, long runs, distance runs, daily training. And when you're doing that, typically you're going to be striking closer to the back of your foot just because the way your gait is, you're not going to be on your toes moving as quickly. So they give this shoe a high recommendation to really take on your daily training and on your long runs. Gerald, this is the Mizuno. This is the Mizuno Wave Rider 24. So that's the Mizuno logo right there, Wave Rider 24. But yeah, I would say definitely go ahead and try this shoe out for your longer runs. Slow down if you're having problems in the arches. Potentially take a look at the shoe, see if there's something that you can do in your runs. Sorry if you heard my dog there. See if there's something that you can do during your runs to kind of improve your running experience, because there's a lot that we can do as runners to kind of control what goes on underneath our foot. We have technology that's meant to help us, but at the end of the day, if we're not choosing the right technology, it's really not going to do much for us. So like I said, this was not a good speed shoe for me, but it was a fantastic shoe when it came to slowing down and taking it on just a daily run. And really just putting it through its paces and putting it into the rotation as a long run. So I look forward to putting in more miles on this shoe. The full review for this shoe will probably be out in a couple weeks. I plan on getting a lot more miles in this just so I can have more comprehensive thoughts. But those are my first thoughts on the Mizuno Wave Rider 24. If you have any questions, I'll stick around for a second. But overall, great shoe. I'm looking forward to doing more running in the shoe. And I'll go over some of the specs here. I don't have them memorized quite yet, but so the shoe comes in at $129. We've got two colors for men, and then I believe we also have two colors for women. I'm taking a look now. This is a 12 millimeter drop shoe, 9.6 ounces for the standard size 9, and for me it came in closer at 211. Is there two versions of the shoe? Yes and no. I don't know if they came out with the WaveKnit version this time, because I know with the Wave Rider, they always have the WaveKnit version that also comes out with it. So I ran in the WaveKnit 22 and the WaveKnit 23. And if the big difference there, if they have a WaveKnit on this shoe, is it's just a different upper. So you have the same technology in the midsole. It's same everything. It's just this is mesh, and that one is obviously a knit technology. So it's a little bit stretchier and kind of more flexible for your foot. So that if they did, yeah, it looks like they came out with the WaveKnit. I would say it's the same on the bottom as it was in the past two, or the same as it is in this version, but like the past two versions. Sorry about that. Like the past two versions, the only thing that's going to be different is the upper. The midsole technology is going to be the same. So there you have it, guys. The Mizuno Wave Rider 24. I'm looking forward to giving my full review in a couple of weeks, but for now, those are my first thoughts. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys tomorrow, and we'll see you on the road.